Namaste everyone. Our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you recognize that you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and those of us who lead these sessions don't take responsibility towards the outcome of your participation here. So please exercise caution in whatever you do and follow the rule of yoga. There can be no strain whatsoever in whatever you do. Everything should be done with such gentle effort whereby you can have meditative focus. And if there is anything that is creating discomfort, you should stop it immediately. Be aware of your breath and make sure it is always slow and smooth, and make sure the back is straight. So let's begin with 3 ohms. Before we do that, let's establish the group consciousness. Think of everyone here within yourself. Take a deep breath in. First of 3 ohms. Now, bring your awareness to the perineum. We begin the chakra vibration. Just a reminder for everyone, today's Sunday session is the special session where we focus on pranayama and meditation. And so let's begin with the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. As we squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger with the thumb, we do LUM. LUM. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As you draw in there, we do VUM, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. VUM. Vam. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Vam. One more time. Vam. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. As we draw in at the navel, we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. Ram. 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 Release the finger. Continue. Last time. One more time. Bring the awareness in between the breast and the middle of the body. And there we do Yum, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yum. Yum! 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Last time. Bring your awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head. Here we do shum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Top of the middle of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand. Continue. Last time. Now we can go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama. Those of you who know it, you can begin. But there is one quick announcement I'll make here because some of you don't stay till the end. Starting from March 19th, which is a Wednesday, in the evening hours from 8 to 9:15 p.m., that is Eastern Zone time, we have a book reading program. So this will go on for, I believe, 11 weeks or some, this thing, it goes until May, like middle of May, every Wednesday. And so we'll be, those of you who have a copy of the book, we will do a few chapters, like 20 pages of reading and discussion each session. So this already there on the website. Those of you who want to participate can put that in. But I will give more details in the end, and I'll share with you what the website is. So let's continue. So continue with the Ujjayi. And those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth, focusing there in the throat area. As you inhale and exhale, feel the air like rubbing along the bottommost part of the mouth. If you cannot feel that, make a big smile with the cheeks coming out, with the lips closed, so that you're only breathing through the nose, and it has to be slow, long, deep breaths. So please continue. Today we are not going to do any movements of the spine or shoulders. If any of you want to do it on your own, please feel free to do it. Now, as you continue, begin the visualization where from the perineum to the middle of the body, where all the chakras in that line we had done the chakra vibration, along that, visualize it rising from the perineum to all the way to the top of the head. As you exhale, it goes the reverse, going down all the way down to the perineum. So continue. So as you continue, now let's go on to the next visualization. From the lowermost part of the sternum towards the front of the body, as you inhale in Ujjayi, visualize it rising towards the front of the body, just under the skin, going up to the forehead and curving above, going over the scalp right to the middle of the top of the head as you complete the inhalation. As you exhale in Ujjayi, feel it come down the 7 chakras all the way down to the perineum. So with this visualization, please continue. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, we visualize along the spine from the tip of the tailbone as we inhale, bringing the awareness through the spine to the back of the head, and as you exhale, going down the spine. If any of you find that as you are doing it, there is any kind of resistance, mentally do Om 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 as you inhale, in the same way when you exhale with the visualization, there won't be any problem. So please continue. Now we can go on to Kapalbhati. So those of you who know it, you can continue. Those of you who need instructions, this is about forced exhalation as we call it, but it should be done without strain. So the idea is as you exhale, the belly goes in. And the best way to understand it is when you blow your nose, it goes in, but when you blow your nose, there is strain involved. So there can be no strain, so it has to go like very gentle. So please continue. Now we can do 5 breaths of Brahmaris. So take a deep breath in. Last breath. Now we continue the visualization with Ujjayi. This time, as we inhale, visualize the awareness lifting up from the feet, maybe a few inches below the feet, going all the way a few inches above the head as you inhale, and as you exhale, going down all the way down to below the feet. So visualize this, and you can start with thinking of it as a single line going through you, and as you continue, visualize it covering the whole body. And after a few minutes, we'll expand it even further with another visualization. So please continue. As you do this visualization, as you inhale, feel like it is not only coming from below the feet, but also the palm of your hands and going up to the top of the head and above, a little bit above. And as you exhale, feel it go out of the feet and through the palm of the hands, and see whether you can feel any sensation. Now expand the visualization to a few feet around you and several feet below you and above you. And as you inhale, visualize the same awareness flowing up and along all through the side. And visualize that when you go up, you're connecting into the cosmic intent. And as you're coming down, bringing down the cosmic intent into you and taking away all unwanted stuff and going right into the earth. And as you inhale, lift up whatever is needed for nutrition to the body and go up all the way and connect into the cosmic intelligence. And with this visualization, continue. Last exhalation. Now we can get ready for our 3 rounds of Bhastrika. So pull back the shoulders and get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 30, exhale. 40, exhale. 50, exhale. 60, exhale. 70, exhale. 80, exhale. 90, exhale. 20, exhale. Now, today we take a deep breath in, hold the breath and bring the chin down to the chest. Keep the palms open and observe the sensations in your palm. When you can no longer hold the breath, close the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. So take a deep breath in, hold. Once you have exhaled through the left nostril, we can get ready for the second round of Bhastrika. Pull back the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Deep breath in, hold the breath, and you know what to do. Once you have exhaled through the left nostril, let's get ready for the third round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Just hold the breath and observe the palms. Now we can get ready for our meditation. The first thing we will do will be something a little different from what we do every Sunday. As you know, after doing the invocation, the affirmation we do is that in the context of the 3 levels of existence, may we have the brilliance of the sun, whereby we can imbibe the cosmic intelligence, cosmic knowledge with which we can impact the world. So if we are thinking that way, and in the system of Sandhya Vandana, how they do is, you first do an offering for the sun, so that you can connect with the sun, and the sun actually represents light and energy. Light and energy is the nature of how all of the 3-dimensional world is defined. If there is no light or energy, there is no life form. So let's begin by taking our hands together and mentally think of the sun or the light, and you give the offering to the sun this way. Mentally thinking of the sun, you offer to the sun your connection, your energy. Now, once again, bring your hands together in front of you. Now we will invoke the 3 spirits that help us to connect into the higher domain. First, call upon the spirit that takes your awareness beyond the body, and that we call as Gayatri. So please ask Gayatri to come into your hands. Feel the vibrations change. Take the Gayatri right into you. Feel the vibration of your entire being change. Open out the palms once again, and we call upon the spirit that takes your awareness beyond that of the sun, beyond the light that is beyond the 3-dimensional world. and into the spiritual world, and that we call as Savitri. So call upon Savitri to come into your palms, feel the vibrations. Take the Savitri into you, and once again feel the vibration change in your entire body. Now we call upon the third spirit, that which connects us into the cosmic intelligence, and we call that as Saraswati. Call upon Saraswati to come into your palms, feel the vibrations come into your palms, and take that into you. Once again, feel the vibrations change, and for most of you, you'll feel a different kind of awareness above the head. And now you can affirm to yourself, in the context of the three levels of existence, Om Bhur Swaha, may I have the brilliance of the sun, that is Tat Savitur Varenyam, whereby I can imbibe the cosmic intelligence, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, from which we can project into the world, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, from that intelligence. So, please continue. Become aware of your breath. Mentally thank the three spirits that we have invoked and mentally let them go. Take a slow, deep breath in, and we will do one long Om. And then, after finishing the Om, we can look straight into the palm of the hands. Take a deep breath in. With that, we end the practice session for today. And of course, being Sunday, we have half-hour time for any questions or any discussion. So the first thing I can share with you is the book reading that is coming up, and that is from March 19th. Actually, I will show you, it is part of the CYI website. I have sent the link to all of you. So it is within the CYI website, and it is under, if you go straight to the home page of CYI and you look at the book reading discussion for our instructor textbook at publication menu, if you click on it, then it will take you to the page, and right on the top you have the book reading and discussion. If you click on it, it gives you the page to go and register. So it is a total of 11 sessions. Each day, people can read upon about 20 pages or so, and we conduct the discussion. This on Wednesday evenings. Every Wednesday from March 19th to May 28th is the time. So it is the Eastern Time Zone, 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. And if you want to click, use register, you click over there and then open link, and there you put down your this thing. So you will get a link one time. You can save the link, and that will work every Wednesday. Okay, so that's about all for the book reading. And any other questions, any other thoughts, please feel free. It's open for discussion. Anybody can unmute and speak up. Hopefully there is okay. There are people who are there in the attendee list. All of you can speak up if you want to.
Yes, sir. I have my apology. I get up 2-3 times during the session. It is the dialectics which compels me to do that.
No problem. Whatever, each of us, and remember the key thing is we have to be in harmony with ourselves. So if you need to relieve yourself and you have to get up, you have to do that. There is no problem.
Thank you.
I have a question, Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
How do you know you're really deep into meditation? And if you get that feeling you are in shunya, like, there is nothing around you and you are in, how long is a good time to be in that time? Or what is advised? I know it's not easy to stay in that position for too long.
Well, there'll be a variety of answers over here. Let's take a show of hands over here. How many people were fully in that silent, engrossed state while we were doing it till I asked you to be aware of your breath? Show of hands. Okay. There you see 3 or 4 or 5 people are showing their hands. Okay. Your sister-in-law is also raising her hand, right? So what happens is each person here is in a different zone. Okay. So when you're fully absorbed within it, some people can reach that level. And the others, sometimes what happens is, if you reach the state of what you call shunyata, right? That shunyata stage is what we would call as the nirodha parinama, and which will lead to samadhi parinama also. The nirodha parinama is the state where the thoughts completely cease. Then you're in that shunya state. And then, of course, in that state, you begin the connection into the cosmic intelligence. That connection is the samadhi parinama. So I'm using the Yoga Sutra language. So in that samadhi parinama, you have made the connection. But after making the connection, if you don't seek anything, then in which case you don't get anything from the connection other being connected, right? And if the cosmic intelligence wants to give you some inspiration or something may come. But on the other hand, if you have an intent, like the intent of the Gayatri Mantra, then in which case, that from the Samadhi Parinama, that takes you into that connection and that becomes the intent. And through that intent, over a period of time, at the right time, the Ekagrata Parinama will come, where whatever is the intent of that connection will come into you in the form of intuition. Actually, we had a very remarkable experience this morning. Professor Ashok Agrawal and I, we were testing something. And because we have had only the first level of test over here, as we go along, we will validate more before we share more with everyone. But the basic thing that we tested was, those of you who have been exposed to our measured yoga therapy we do. In the measured yoga therapy, we take into account what kind of illness you have, and we look in terms of the readings we get in our BioWell. We try to correlate it, and based upon our experience, we look at various techniques how to deal with it. Now, that approach is one thing that can be correlated with conventional medicine, because we can immediately look at weaknesses that are shown relative to the organ system related to conventional medicine. However, Ayurveda doesn't work that way. And we have been experimenting with this thing called Veda Pulse. And the Ayurveda works in an entirely different way, in the sense, what it looks for is, it says your Prakriti, you were created in a certain way, and you have deviated from it, which becomes your Vikriti. And the goal of any practice is to bring you back into your Prakriti. towards your Prakriti, then in which case the body harmonizes, everything becomes good, you become in sync with everything, and all your illnesses should vanish. Okay? So what is very interesting is the thing was, I know, those of you who are part of your learning, you know how to measure Prakriti and Vikriti. I will share it with all of you. If you take either one of your hand, and with the 3 fingers, if you look for your pulse and you press as tight as possible, and like the pulse is almost disappearing, and at the very slightest release, where you feel with equal pressure on the 3 fingers, where you feel the first pulse is what gives the Prakriti. And that will be the same in both the hands. It won't vary from the 2 hands. The tightest pulse where you feel in your hand is which finger you feel is what is your Prakriti. If it is feeling at the farthest finger, that is the ring finger farthest away from the wrist, that is the Kapha. The middle finger is the Pitta. The one closest to the wrist is the Vata. So the thing is, what may happen is some people may get a combination of the 2. Okay, they may feel it in 2 fingers. Okay, so how many people felt it in the farthest away from the wrist, that is the Kapha? Raise your hand. Very interesting. Okay, so those of you who felt the Kapha farthest away from your hand, this is very interesting. What I would like you to do is okay. So the thing is, basically, if you felt it farthest away from your hand, and we need a measurable way to do this, but what happened is with Kapha Prakriti, we used one mantra no matter what disease condition you have. So if your Vikriti has gone, using the same mantra, we think we can work with all of them. Okay? And similarly for Pitta Prakriti, how many of you felt in the middle finger? Okay, so in the Pitta Prakriti, there is a second mantra, and that will balance everything. And the third one is the Vata Prakriti. If you have the Vata Prakriti, a third mantra that will balance everything over there. So the thing is, you see, so if this is the way in which we can do, in Ayurveda, we say we have to pacify the Samana Vayu. And if the Samana Vayu needs the help of the Udana Vayu in order to make a correction, then of course the mantra needs to be modified. But on the other hand, if it only needs the Samana Vayu correction, then in which case the mantra can be different. So for this, so we are going to begin an experiment. We are now going to test on ourselves. Actually, the 2 tests we did on ourselves, that is me and Professor Ashok Agarwala, both our chronic and physical conditions are very different. He has a different set of chronic conditions. I have a different set of chronic conditions. My set of chronic conditions, which I can share with all of you, is that from the age of 13, I have been prone to be asthmatic. But then more importantly than that is, genetically, male members of our family, we all have, while our blood pressure is always normal, between the age of 60 and 65, we have a sudden massive heart attack and we all die. Okay? And I am in that boat. And I've, as I say, I have kind of gone beyond my expiry date. And so the thing is basically and occasionally I do get a pain right like from the midrib just over here in this area. I get a pain often. Anytime I get a pain, I will do Bhramari and the pain will go away. Okay? And every time they take a ECG on me, they will find the ECG will show that there is a mild arrhythmia. And then they will do a stress test and they'll say, you have no problem, go home. Okay? And so this is where this thing has been. And one of the things that happened for me going back some 12, 15 years back was, I started getting a pain right here in the left hand in this area. And so at that time, an X-ray was taken and then an MRI was taken. They couldn't find anything. And my doctor said, oh, maybe you're developing arthritis. Okay. And from that 12, 15 years back now, that pain spread to all other parts of the hands. My hips are in bad shape and all of these things. So when we talk about arthritis, what exactly is arthritis? Well, they define it by the pain in the joints or whatever. But the key problem is, the underlying problem is, those tissues over there are not getting enough flow of oxygen and glucose coming through the blood supply, so there is not enough blood supply. So what I have been experimenting with for a few months now is, every time I do the mantra Haim, my blood flow seems to increase, and I've shared it with all of you before, that for blood flow we do Haim, and to get it to the extremities we do Haim Nam, right?
Yeah.
So effectively the blood flows and any tightness, pain goes away, okay? But it's not permanent. But what was very remarkable when we did with the Veda Pulse was that for me, when I did when he first took the reading, it actually showed that I had my Kapha Prakriti was very weak. The dominant appears to be the Pitta and the Vata, and that is the Vikriti that it was showing. So knowing that I have a Kapha Prakriti, I just did Haim, and it also showed my cardiovascular system was weak and all of that. It showed all of that. So then I did this Haim, and then after doing it for about 6-7 minutes, and we take the reading, what we find is it immediately shows my Kapha has improved and the Vata and Pitta have come down. They are now all in balance. And at the same time, it shows my cardiovascular improvement had come. Okay. And so what happened was, we tried this with Ashokji also. And for him, his set of issues are very different. He doesn't have any cardiovascular issue or anything like that. And this thing, or if at all, it is nothing like mine. And he has other set of issues. And he had the same thing where I took his reading to see what his Prakriti was. It was Kapha Prakriti. And so I made him do the same thing. And immediately we see that for him, the Pitta and the Vata were high and the Kapha was low. Immediately it came back again. So we are now experimenting to see that whatever our long-term issues, if we do this continuously for a period of a month or 2 months, whether we will get out of this completely. And of course, for me, I'm not on any medication and no doctor is treating me for any of this. So I'm not a good candidate. But he is on a number of medications and things. So we'll be watching to see the reversal. And at some point in time, as we see the data, people who are close by here in Maryland, we can actually work with reading with the Veda Pulse, and we can see the changes. So if any of you are interested who are in Maryland, we can actually work with you, and on weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays, we can take the reading and see what changes are coming.
How long are you?
Sundaraji, you were saying something and you muted yourself.
Now, how long are you saying the mantra, and how many times a day?
Okay. It's very interesting. The Veda Pulse, in order to take full reading on you, it has to monitor 512 heartbeats of yours. Okay.
Oh my God.
So the thing is basically, if your heartbeat is low, okay, then in which case it can take as long as 10 minutes. And if your heartbeat is fast, it will be as low as, 5 minutes, right? Actually, for 512, it cannot be 5 minutes because then it's too fast.
Yeah.
So typically it takes about 7. For me, it took about 7.5 minutes. Okay. So to get my assessment first, it was 7.5 minutes. Then I did the mantra for 1 minute, and then the instrument started picking signals. I continued the mantra for the next 7.5 minutes, so a total of 8.5 minutes of the mantra as it was recording.
That respiratory mantra, what we say, right, Dr. Rajan? Haim Nam, Haim Nam.
No, but it was not, so something like that, yes. But the thing is, you see, we are experimenting with this, but if we can find that by addressing, you see, what happens is, anytime we work with the allopathic modality and we look at biowell from the organ systems, then we are limited to our experience. Like, for example, 2 people with asthma, 2 people with diabetes, 2 people with hypertension or any of this thing, we have to treat them very differently, right? Because we look over there where the weakness is, and looking at the different elements, we figure out which way to do, if the immune system is weaker or not, and all of that. Whereas on the other hand, if we go from the Ayurvedic approach, it appears like we have a faster and more defined solution rather than looking at the biowell approach. So that is what it seemed to me. So I'm kind of very excited to see what would be the outcome of this. So you'll hear more about it. It'll be many months before we have all the answers. But initially, we'll begin this testing here in Maryland, and with a half a dozen cases or so. And once we have good results, then we will take it to the next level.
Do you have to be in a meditative mood when you utter the mantra? No.
But see, what it is obviously, when you're using the mantra, you need to have your eyes closed with your focus within. In the sense, you don't have to be focused in any part of the body, but you don't want the mind to be scattered everywhere, looking at your mobile phone or reading something. No, you don't want to do that.
Thank you. That's really interesting. We would like to hear more about it.
It was very fascinating for both of us. We could see how the changes in the reading from the kapha weakness and hyperactivity of the vata and pitta both got corrected for both of us. The kapha came back to normal, pitta and vata came down back to normal from hyperactivity.
Doctor, this is Karthik.
Yes.
I wanted to share one experience. I mean, there's no question here. This experience. Last year, December 9th, I met with an accident, car accident. Car hit me on the hip and I was thrown out, and then I was in ICU for 2 days. And I had a bleeding inside my body because I was taking blood thinner. So there's a bleeding in brain, bleeding in kidney, liver, and there's but luckily my pelvic was broken, but it didn't dislocate. So it was intact. So there is no operation needed. And I had rib also crack. So I was in hospital for 12 days and I was on the care. I was on the medication. Every 4 hours they were giving pain medicine. During that time also, what I did is, during severe pain, after first 2 days I didn't attend. Third day I started attending this session. You may not notice. I was attending from the hospital.
Uh-huh.
I was having all those things, because I couldn't bear the pain.
Uh-huh.
Pain was huge. Every 4 hours I was in the medication. And I will try. I cannot breathe also because of a lung problem. But I used to do this attend session, and this chakra vibration is very powerful. I do chakra vibration, then I'll sleep. I'll sleep very deeply. And then again get up. Then again I continue. After 1 hour, finally, Bhastrika Pranayam. Slowly. Every day I attended. And miraculously, my pain will be replaced. I don't know what you call replaced by a meditative form.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I have pain. Whenever I have severe pain, I do this breathing exercise. I do Bhastrika. Seriously, I'm not. And then after 4 rounds of Bhastrika, the pain will reduce and it will be replaced by something that I'll be in it. I'll be transformed. That's what I will say. And that is how, and doctors were saying that at this age, you're miraculously you're recovering quickly
Mhm.
because my acceptance was very high. You understand what is acceptance? I didn't get any fear. My wife was telling that you do not fear yourself. You are very strong mentally. I told them it is all the credit goes to two people. One is Rajan. Other one is a great musician, Ilayaraja. I listen to his music also. Sometimes I will transform. I will go into the music deeply and my pain will fade away. I don't know what science behind this, but I have to tell you this, that during that time I was attending the session, and that is why within 12 days I was recovered and I came to rehab. Otherwise, I would have been in hospital for 2 months. Believe me. I was taking brain scan every day. My brain bleeding is gone. Everything is gone. Because I was feeling confident. That's what I would say. I didn't get threatened internally. And all this happened because of this breathing exercise. I
Actually-
wanted to thank you. Thank you.
Chakra vibration and breathing, right?
Breathe. Exactly.
Yeah.
Your breathing, you help me. I tell all the people, how did you recover so magically? Seriously, I'm not joking, because the position was very serious.
So it's
Serious.
only like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So now you're here after 2.5 months after.
No, I came out of hospital for 1 month, but I
Yeah.
was in walker, then walking stick. Now I don't have walking stick.
In 2.5 months, you're fully recovered.
Fully recovered. Yeah.
Wow. Very
It's not. I'm completely out of medications, pain medications, everything. And my wife was saying that you helped me. I helped her because she was more threatened. Like she was very worried. She got depression because I was lying like this on the bed for 12 days straight in bed. It was a horrible experience.
You should now encourage her to come and join the yoga session too.
I'm telling her. One day I'll bring her. But I go and tell everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rajan, for this. Thank you and Ilayaraja.
Such a pleasure. By the way, you're not the first person who has experienced this. Okay?
Okay.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
do you think there is any harm in people who don't have the measurements but just doing Haim Nam mantra for 5 to 10 minutes?
But the thing is basically, we don't know yet what it means. Unless we measure, we won't really know what we are measuring and what is happening in your system, right? And the thing is basically, all I will tell you is, if you do any practice and you don't have any discomfort, and by the way, when I say discomfort, when you do mantras, if the mantra is not suited for you, you will get a headache, discomfort, a disorientation, and things like that. So if you
Stop
have
it.
any disorientation like that, you should stop it immediately. Okay? So the thing is, if it makes you feel happy, open, light, relaxed, then that mantra cannot do any harm for you.
Correct.
The reason I asked that question earlier in our practice sessions, we used to do Haim Nam for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. You see, we don't have as much time.
Right.
So that is the
So I
reason.
thought on our own, if you do that on our own at our own time, would that be harmful or could it be beneficial?
Actually, in your case, it won't be good for you. It will affect something in your neck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it won't be right for you.
Okay. Thanks for warning me.
Doctor, you have to explain the science behind transformation from the pain, it get replaced. I
Okay.
don't know what is it.
Actually, I was going to tell you, you're not the first person who has experienced this.
Okay.
Okay? And actually, I forget his name. Somebody might remind me. The person who used to be the CEO of Aetna Insurance. This goes back to, like, I believe 2001 or something like that, where this person used to be the executive vice president in Aetna, and of investment of whatever was his role. It was relating to something where he managed investment and this thing and all of that in his company. And he was skiing with his family in Vermont, in Killington, and coming down the slopes, and being an expert skier and all of that, he was not on the bunny slopes. He was either on the intermediate or the expert slopes. So coming down over there, and if any of you are skiers over here and you have gone into the intermediate or difficult ones, those are the places where you need to be not only an expert skier, but you need to have a lot of courage and this thing. I have been over there. I do ski, and I'm reasonably good at skiing. And I've gone up the intermediate slopes, and then I decided I'll never go there again because I'm not enjoying it anymore. Because what it is, I have to be too careful. Okay, so I prefer always the bunny slopes because I can enjoy. So the thing is, basically, for him, he fell off the edge, and he fell into the ravine, and they actually found him hanging on a tree, his whole body, and his spine was broken in 4 places. Okay, and they actually airlifted him to the hospital, and because he was of Catholic background, the doctors had said the chance of surviving is very small. So a Catholic priest came and gave him all the last rites and all of that, this thing, that he will not survive kind of thing. But this fellow, 12 days later, he was out there with a walking stick giving his, this investment seminar in his, this thing. Actually, no, not 12 days later. 12 days later, he was out of the hospital with some crutches, walking stick. And 1 month later from the accident, he was there in his company. He presenting to the, investor this thing or whatever on this thing 1 month later he was doing. And all of this is there in New York Times. It was published. I'm trying to remember his name. The name escapes me now. It's an Italian-American name. Well, anyway, so let me do, and so this fellow, the secret about him was, of course, this man was in his probably late 50s or mid 50s or something when this happened to him, this thing. And he only recently retired as about a few years back as a CEO when CVS took over Aetna, right? So this man, he must have been in his 40s when this happened to him. And this man had been from the time when he was in university, when he was doing his MBA program. At that time, in Wayne State University in Michigan, he had learned a mantra-based meditation from the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi system. And he had been a constant meditator throughout. So when this happened, he was just meditating over there with the attitude of, calmly, peacefully meditating. And this is how he recovered. So his story and your story, you'll find a lot of parallel within. If you...
See, very, very true. I totally agree. You helped me a lot. Thank you very much.
Dr. Rajan, his name is Mark Bertolini.
That's right. Mark Bertolini is the right man.
I'll check it. I'll check out this.
Yeah, Mark Bertolini, and you'll see the story. If you search Mark Bertolini, right in New York Times, you will see over there his entire story.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Nice to hear from you. Anybody else? Any thoughts, questions, comments? Oh, we have already taken the half-hour time, and so any quick question or thoughts, you can speak up. Okay, so if there is nothing, we'll close over here today. Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan ji.
Thank you.